What can I expect from an intake with a criminal attorney? Your consultation with a criminal attorney shouldn't just be about their availability or their pricing. It should be a strategy session. You should go into that consultation knowing that your communication with the attorney is attorney-client privilege. This means that you should be sharing as much information as you have about the incident either you or your loved one has found themselves in. That way, the attorney can formulate a plan or a strategy based specifically to your case to help walk you through the criminal process. We can't change what got you here. We can't change the facts and circumstances that ended up with you calling us, but we can help alleviate the burden as you move forward by reminding you, teaching you, and showing you how the criminal process works. Your consultation with a criminal attorney should start with what exactly happened. Please don't leave any facts out. We want to hear as much information as you have so we can make an informed decision and render an informed opinion about how your case should be handled. The attorney that you're consulting with should know whether this is a type of case they or their team have experience in. They should know whether your type of case is one that they've handled before and received excellent results on. They should also understand where you are in the process and where you're going and help you learn how to get there. It's not uncommon during a criminal consultation that the attorney you're speaking to recommend that you work with another member of their firm. That could be for a variety of reasons. A different member of the firm could have more experience in your type of case. They could have recently gone to trial against the prosecutor who's forcing the charges against you. They could also have received some excellent results previously on handling this type of matter. It's important that when you're going through the intake process that you listen very carefully to the advice that you're being given from your consultation. This is going to help you render the best decision on finding the best representation for you and your family. Naturally, the consultation process will also include a conversation about costs. Those costs could be the attorney's fees. Those costs could be potential expert fees. Those costs can also include what you should expect going through the court process, whether that be pretrial condition costs, court costs, or other fees. It's important that you ask the questions about what costs are included and why they are or aren't a part of your attorney's fees. One thing we make very clear here at Varghese Summersett is that we front load a lot of our work on our cases. We do this because some of the best options for resolution come very early in a case progression. We need to know that when we go to court for the first time, or make that first phone call to a prosecutor, or send that first email, that we have thoroughly reviewed all of the evidence in your case, spoken to each of the witnesses who are necessary to form your defense, and completed our own investigation. Only then can we present the prosecutor with the best options towards resolution. At Varghese Summersett, we generally speaking will never quote a trial fee during a consultation. There are several reasons for this. One, it's statistically unlikely that a criminal case would end up in a trial situation. Less than 3% of all cases end up going to trial. Two, trials can be very expensive, and that expense is really dependent upon the facts of the case. How long we expect the trial to take, what experts potentially we would need to form the best defense. We can only have that information and quote a reliable fee once we've conducted a full investigation and reviewed the evidence in your case. Generally speaking, our consultations end with a discussion about a pretrial fee. Our pretrial fee will include the attorney's fees from the time that you retain the firm until the time that your case is over, unless you decide to go to a jury trial. The reason why we quote a flat fee for our pretrial fees is that we never want you or your loved ones to make decisions about your case based upon money. You can imagine a scenario where you're going to court on a regular basis, trying to reach a positive resolution, and you're faced with an outcome that you may not necessarily be happy with, but having to compare that to the thought of continuing representation on an hourly basis and making the decision that comes down to what's financially responsible. That's absolutely not the position we ever want to put you in. Our flat fee model makes sure that you know what you're getting into up front. We will then strategize with you on a way to make sure that that's affordable for you and your family. But please remember, the best representation isn't cheap, and the results that come from it take an extreme amount of work, dedication, and experience. Like with anything else, you get what you pay for. We've built the best team in criminal defense, something we're incredibly proud of, and our results and our 5-star reviews speak for themselves. So when you're asking for a consultation with one of our attorneys, you will get what we promise, which is a strategy session on how to pursue your case. Whether you hire us or not, we don't believe that information should be for sale. I'm Anna Summersett. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to put them down below. Otherwise, you can find us on versestexas.com.